morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning. Good Monday morning to you, first grade. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Mrs. Hammock, and welcome to our PBS classroom. This is a place where we practice all of the skills to help you be an excellent reader and writer. Hey, I've been asking you to write to me here at the studio so that I can send you a free activity book. So if you send me a letter or a picture, something that you want to tell me about, send it right here to the address at our studio so that I can send you this free activity book. Now listen, my friend Caitlin last week wrote to me and she recommended this book. It's called The Book with No Pictures by B.J. Novak. Have you ever read this story or had someone read it to you? Well, you are in for a hilarious treat. See if you can find this book on Sora or at your public library and have a grown-up read it to you. You won't be sorry. It's a good one. Hey, we've been counting down our top 5 Sora for the last few weeks, and it's time to start a new list. Are you ready? Let's see who is in our number 5 spot for this week after Thanksgiving. Are you ready? Okay, here it is. Manchester Gate. Way to go, Gators. Great job. You are number 5 this week. Oops, let's see if we can get it to stick to our chart. There we go. Terrific. All right, it's time for us to get started. Let's wake up our brain. And we're going to train our ears for sound. Today, we're going to play a little game that is kind of tricky. It's an alliteration game. Alliteration, do you know that big word, what it means? It means when you say a sentence and most of the words start with the same sound. Isn't that cool? You know, I often say to you, marvelous Monday. That would be alliteration because marvelous and Monday both start with the sound. So I'm going to tell you a sentence and I want you listening for the alliteration. Are you ready? Okay. So our job today is to listen and identify it, but then we're also going to generate some. So you're going to help me change the sentence. All right, here we go. Len likes limes. Did you hear the alliteration? Len likes limes. They all started with the l sound. Okay, now, if we change Len to Lisa, that's still a name, and it still starts with the l sound. Lisa likes limes. Okay, now let's try it. Ready? I'm going to give you a new sentence, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me a sound that we could or a word we could change at the beginning to make it still an alliteration. Here we go. Deb dives deep. Did you hear the alliteration? What sound did you hear? D. Very good. Okay, so instead of Deb, what name could we use that still has that sound? Dale. Good. Dale dives deep. It's still alliteration, isn't it? That's awesome. All right, last one. Are you ready? Okay. Rob ran in the race. Rob ran race. Did you hear all those sounds? Okay, what could we change the name to? Remy. Oh, I like that name. Remy ran in the race. Good job. So our job today was to identify alliteration and to generate it or continue it with a different word that has the same sound. Great job. It's a little bit tricky. We'll probably do that some more later. All right, now this week we are going to be learning a new spelling pattern, but before we do, let's do some review of our sound spelling cards that we've been working on. Okay, I have the big ones, so I'm going to hold them up nice and tall for you. Are you ready? These are our digraphs. Ready? This is the cheese card. It says ch for CH and TCH. Then we have the shell card. The shell card says sh for SH. The thumb card, f for TH. The whale card, wh for WH. The fire card, it is the F card, but it has a picture of fire. Remember, the F is not a digraph, but the PH is PH. And then we have the sing card for the ng sound. We have ing, eng, ong, ung, because that's how you'll find it in a word. Then we have short A. Here's a vowel. This is the short A sound, apple, ah. Then last week we worked on the long A sound. This is the train card. And we concentrated on the A consonant magic E or silent E sound for the spelling. They all say A, but that's the spelling pattern we worked on. We've also worked on short I, says I, like an insect. Well, can you guess what our sound this week might be? The I was a clue, wasn't it? This is the 5 card, 5. Long I, because all of the vowels have a long sound that they make as well. This is the 5 card, and just like with the A, we're going to concentrate on this spelling pattern right here. I, consonant, E. So when we see that spelling pattern, it's going to say the I sound, okay? You ready to look at it in some words and practice reading with me? Terrific. Okay, let's take a look. Here I have our 5 card to help us remember, and I put the short I there just to help you remember that I, short I and long I, they can be tricky. So I kept this here to help us remember because that's the I, insect card, and this is the 5 card, okay? All right. So let's take a look at this first word. Let's read it. B-it, bit. It has the I sound. In order for this I to make the I sound, it needs a helper. So when we put our super E next to it, remember the E at the end, it doesn't say anything, but it does tell the I to say I. So this word from bit becomes bite, bite. Did you see that? It is a little bit tricky. I'm going to hang up our super E back over here, and let's take a look at this word. H-I-D, hid. All right, there's nothing there to help the I say I, so it says the I sound. But if we add the magic E on the end, or the super E, or the silent E, whatever you want to call it, this E at the end tells me the I is going to say I. So from hid to hide, hide. Did you see that? It is a little tricky, isn't it? But I think you're going to get the hang of it, especially because we're going to work on it all week long. Let's see if you can help me build this word. Are you ready? Let's build the word slid, slid. Did you hear it? Okay, yep, we need our blend. And then we need what? I, good. And d. Is that a short I? Yes, because it says the I, like insect. All right, but if I change it to my I consonant E, here's my consonant. My consonant's the D this time, so I'm going to put that in there. And now slid becomes slide, slide. Isn't that awesome? Great job. Let's take a look at our reading chart and read some of these long I words. Are you ready? Remember, when we see the A at the end, the I will say its name. P-ine, pine. P-ile, pile. M-ile, mile. Like, life. Ripe, ripe. vine, vine, shine, shine, and smile, smile. Good job. Let's try this row. While, dime, yikes. Drive, drive. Great job. You're doing really well with that. We're going to practice that long I spelling pattern all week long. So if you are struggling, don't you worry. Remember, you can do hard things. It's time for us to take a look at our high frequency words. This is another thing that helps us to be excellent readers and writers. These are the words you need to know as fast as you know your name. Are you ready? All right, we have 6 of them today. Pretty, P-R-E-T-T-Y, pretty. Grow, G-R-O-W, grow. Should, S-H-O-U-L-D, should. Green, G-R-E-E-N, green. Together, T-O-G-E-T-H-E-R, together. And water, W-A-T-E-R, water. How did you do? Yeah, good job. All right, now you know what we do, right? The first trick after we read them and spell them is to identify them in a sentence, because I want your eyes to start noticing those high frequency words. So let's see. Let me get my pointer and let's read. We can play together. Oh, you found that right away, huh? I don't think my window's quite long enough for that word. All right, how about this? This is a pretty dress. Did you see one of our words? Yes, you did. Good job, pretty. All right, get ready to shout it out. The grass will grow. Grow, good job. My new bike is green. Good for you. Do you want a drink of water? There's that word. Look, they're almost all at the ends. When should I come to see you? There's should. Great job. Do you see why knowing these words helps you when you are reading sentences and reading stories? Because then you don't have to stop and sound them out. I hope you'll practice them at home, besides with me, and practice writing them so they get locked into your brain. Thank you for coming and joining me today. Let's sing. Goodbye now, goodbye now. The clock says we're done. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone. Come back tomorrow so we can continue practicing our phonemic awareness. We can practice our long I with the spelling pattern I consonant E, and our high frequency words and sentences. I can't wait to see you. Bye-bye.
To a brand new day, time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.